Om Sadashivasamārambhām Shankarācārya-madhyamām Asmadācārya-paryantāम् Vande Guru-paraṁparāम्. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Virjam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Okay, let us chant the Shanti mantra. Om Bhadram Karneभिः शृणुयाम देवाः.
Om Bhadram Karneभिः शृणुयाम देवाः.
भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः.
Bhadram पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः.
स्थिरैरङ्गैः
स्थिरैरङ्गैः
तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः
तुष्टुवागुंस्तनूभिः
व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः.
व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः.
स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो
स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो
वृद्धश्रवाः.
वृद्धश्रवाः
स्वस्ति नः पूषा
स्वस्ति न पूषा
विश्ववेदाः.
विश्ववेदाः
स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः.
स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः
स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु.
स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्ददातु
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
Your notebook, page number 6. Yeah. So let's read that. एवम् उक्तसम्बन्धप्रयोजनायाः उपनिषदः
अल्पाक्षरम्
ग्रन्थविवरणम् आरभ्यते. Yeah. This is where we had stopped last time. So, what did we see so far? We saw an introduction to this pursuit, this pursuit of Shastram, which is called Paravidya. We saw Purusharthas, we saw the limitations of Dharma, Artha, Kama, which is the main pursuit of all human beings. And then there is something called Moksha. We differentiated the two, Karma Kalam, Jnanam Kalam. Okay, one is Anityam, This is Nityam. I'm never satisfied with Anityam, and this karma can never give me Nityam, and so I have to find some other way. And the way found by most religions is heaven. So you will go to heaven and be there forever. This idea won't work. And so going, coming, and all that is also a result of karma, which is anityam, parichinnaha, limited. And therefore, jnanam begins to make more and more sense for us. Okay, so with that idea, we started, and all the things we know, we studied so far comes under the category of karma, which is called apara vidya. It is also vidya, all right, but it's apara vidya. Shastram is talking about Atma, Brahma, Purnam, Satyam, Nityam, Avinashi, and that is called Paravidya. We saw that. Okay. So we are getting into this Paravidya, Brahma Vidya, Atma Vidya. Then Shankaracharya introduces the Upanishad by giving what is called Anubandha Chatushtayam. Anubandha Chatushtayam. Which means what does the text talk about? Vishaya. Okay. Then Prayojanam. What do I get by studying this text? That is called Prayojanam. Then this one, Adhikari. Who is qualified to study this text is called Adhikari. And then finally, Sambandha. Sambandha. So what is the relation? Tell me how this Vishaya will lead me to, will give me moksha. Tell me, show me the connection. Give me the logic, give me the rationale between the Vishaya and Prayojana. Give me the rationale between Adhikari and Moksha. Why should the Adhikari be like this of these qualifications? Tell me. So that logic, which we will continue to understand more and more of, is called Sambandha. So therefore, in your notebook also, if you see, there are some titles mentioned, right? On page 5, it says Jnana. Okay, before we go there, uh, page 3 says Brahma Vidya Stutihi. Brahma Vidya Stutihi. The praise of Brahma Vidya. Okay. And then page 4 on top, you see the title Brahma Vidya Yaha Sambandha Vishaya Prayojana Adhikari Nirupanam. Nirupanam, demonstration. Demonstration of these four things called Anubandha Chatushtayam. That also we saw. Then Jnana Karma Virodha Nirupanam. This idea that Jnanam and Karma are two different things altogether. What you get from Karma, you cannot get from Jnanam. What you get from Jnanam, you cannot get from Karma. We saw that before. And now, this title in your book, it says Upanishad Chabda Niruktihi. The meaning of the word Upanishad, the derivation, Nirukti means what? Derivation. Let's derive the meaning of the word Upanishad. Derive. So the Sanskrit is very unique. You can look at the word and you don't have to look up any dictionary to find the meaning. You find out how did the word get derived. Like I told you the other day, irrecoverable, recover, recoverable, irrecoverable. So irrecoverable, you should know it's coming from recover, etc. So recover, you need a dictionary to find out what recover means. Here also, you need a dictionary called Dhatu Koshaha. And so that what is the root, etc. We're going to see shortly. Okay. And we saw this first sentence that we read just now. He's saying that, hey, Grantha Vivaranam Arabhyate. Hey, this I'm going to write a short summary, this one, Bhaashyam of this Upanishad. And Alpaksharam. It's called Alpaksharam. So look at how humble Shankaracharya is. And Alpaksharam Grantha Vivaranam Arabhyate. And Upanishad of this Upanishad, which has this Anubandha Chatushtayam, like I've explained to you. And I explained to you Anubandha Chatushtayam, but Upanishad has it. I did not create it. Upanishad has the Vishaya, Upanishad has the Prayojan, Upanishad talks about Adhikari. So all that is there. And so it is all Upanishad, not mine really speaking. I'm just making it a little clearer to you. That's all. That's called humility. I did not create anything. That's what he's saying. Okay? All right. So far, summary of what we did. Okay. All right. Now let's read the next sentence. Ye imam.
Ye imam.
So in your Gita press, it will say ya
Yeah,
imam.
yeah.
And ya is not a spelling mistake. Ye imam. Sandhi makes it ya. Okay. Ye imam.
Ye imam.
Brahma vidyam.
Brahma vidyam.
Upayanti.
Upayanti.
Atma bhavena.
Atma bhavena.
Shraddha bhakti purassaraha.
Shraddha bhakti purassaraha.
Santaha.
Santaha.
Tesham.
Tesham.
Garbha janma jara rogadi.
Garbha janma jara rogadi.
Anartha pugam.
Anardha pugam.
Nishantayati.
Nisatayati.
Param va.
Param va.
Brahma.
Brahma.
Gamayat. Gamayati.
Gamayati.
Avidyadi.
Avidyadi.
Samsara karanam.
Samsara karanam.
Cha.
Cha.
Atyantam.
Atyantam.
Avasadayati.
Avasadayati.
Vinashayati.
Vinashayati.
Ti.
Iti.
Upanishad.
Upanishad.
Upanipurvasya.
Upanipurvasya.
Sadehe.
Sade.
Evam arthasmaranat.
Evam arthasmaranat.
Yeah. So I'll tell you the gist of what we just chanted. Then we will read the meaning. It become easier. He's saying Upanishad is derived in the following way. That's how he's saying. There is a root. I told you 2,200 roots in Sanskrit. That's it. From the 2,200 roots, our entire language has come. Every word can be traced back to its root. Okay. By stripping it off of the prefixes and suffixes and all, and root will remain, and root meaning we know, and then from that you derive the meaning of the root. This is the logic. All right. So there is a root called sad. Sad. Okay? And he says this there is a sad, and then there are two prefixes to the sad, ni and upa. So you add upa plus ni plus sad. That is what is Upanishad. Abba. To some extent, now we have come. Or to find out the root itself, sometimes not easy. So he has given a clue to us. And so, Upanishad. All right, now what is this sad root? You have to find the meaning. And if you go back and look at this Amarakosha, not Amarakosha, sorry. If you look up Dhatu Kosha, hmm, it will give us a meaning. What does it say? It says Visharana Gati Avasadhaneshu. That's it. That word will be there. Visharana Gati Avasadhaneshu. All right. That is the meaning. He's mentioned all that. And then what is the meaning of Visharana, Gati, and Avasadhana? Means in the sense of Visharana, in the sense of Gati, in the sense of Avasadhana. Means what? Visharana means loosening, 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 uh, letting go, the sense of letting go. Gati is movement. Modi as government has started what is this Gati Shakti. Gati Shakti, all these rail assets, everything we are paying a lot of attention to. So ship, all that navigation and the movement of cargo by ships and all that is changing. It's called Gati Shakti, Gati, movement. And the third meaning is what? Avasadhanam. Avasadhanam is destruction. Okay. That is the root it gives. And then there is Upa and there is Ni before this Upanishad. And when you break it up like this, then we will get the meaning of the word Upanishad. Okay. Now, let's look at the following. Okay. Let's look at the Sad meaning. The Sad meaning. Okay. We'll come to all the words later. So, Tesham Garbha Janma Jara Rogadi Anartha Pugam Nishatayati. Okay. That is the segment we are going to look at. I hope you got that sentence, right? You should not say where is which page, which book and all. If you start saying, then you shouldn't say that. You have the book. It's called Mundakopanishad. In that page number 6, it is there. Okay. Tesham Garbha Janma. Okay. Jara Rogadi Anartha Pugam Nishatayati. Underline the word Nishatayati. That is the first meaning I said. What is the meaning I said? I said Visharana. You can write the word Visharana if you want. Because that is what the Dhatu Kosha says. Akracharya does not use the word Visharana. He is saying Nishatayati means that loosening. Loosening. This samsara is holding us like this. Neck. Like that. Okay. So too many things. People are there, family is there. I'm lost. That's it. I don't have any escape. I don't see any escape route at all. That's it. And so that is called holding on to us tightly. So Nishatayati means what? It just loosens up a little. Abba, some breathing room at least I have. Okay. That is called loosening up. Loosening. Nishatayati. Okay. The Upanishad is supposed to do all that. The study of the Upanishad is supposed to do all this. Okay, Nishatayati. What happens? And it says, Garbha Janma Jara Rogadi Anartha Pugam. Pugam means Samuham. Samuham means group. Group of what? Anartha. Anartha Pugam. Klesha Samuham. All this Anartha means anything I don't want is called Anartha. That's it. You make a list of things you don't want. I don't want disease. I don't want my children not studying. I don't want too much rain. I don't want my car to break down. You make a list. This is called Anartha Pugam. Okay. That is what is Anartha Pugam. But Shankara says, don't worry, I'll make a list for you. Okay. What is that list? Garbha. Garbha. It starts with birth. All our problems start with birth, it seems. Somehow we are told. And so Garbha, because Garbha means my Garbha is over, right? I don't have to worry about my Garbha. It's already over. My parents used to worry about it. I don't have to worry about it. No, another Garbha is coming, and therefore future Garbha is there. Then, okay, Garbha is not Janma. The Janma is adding next. Garbha Janma. Garbha means being in the womb for some time. That is called Garbha. All right. Depending on the upadhi, the jiva, the duration of garbha can be 9 months, like a human being, or more, or even less. All right. Janma, birth, jara, old age, roga, the disease. Adi. Adi means you can put all your problem, debt, credit card debt and this and that, problems, insurance, this, that, bad doctors in my community. I don't have a good hospital. All that Adi. It's all you put there, Adi. Okay. All right. Adi. I thought I attend Upanishad class and so I can get some clarity. And Upanishad, too much Sanskrit is going on. And now I have another problem. That also you can add, Roga, Adi. But you should not add it because, after all, finally Upanishad is supposed to help us. So, anyway, Adi, Anartha Pugam. That to understand. This host of problems called samsara, or in the other class we said, what is it? MBBS, meaningless, boring, burdensome struggle. Okay, that's called MBBS. Okay, that is this anarthapugam. Nishatayati, it loosens up. It loosens. It loosens. So that's what Shankara is saying. Even just by studying Upanishad, just by listening, doing the Shravanam, this thing will start happening. Why? Because I begin to get clarity. I begin to get clarity. Okay. And Anandagiri writes a commentary to this, and he says, uh, you get the benefit. And he says, whether you know Sanskrit or not, whether you understand 100% of what is being said or not, still something great will happen. This thing will happen. And he says, aparipakva jnanat dvitrai janmabhihi. It seems, he says, his comment is, hey, suppose you study and your lackadaisical, your casual approach is there, and you're following a little bit, but at this you love it, but at the same time you're not paying enough attention to it. Then what happens? Then within the next 2-3 janmas you'll get moksha, it seems. Commented Anandagiri is commenting like this. He says you'll definitely get some benefit, and you start loosening up, you relax a little bit, and in the process, slowly next janma you pick up the thread. It seems very interesting. Anyway, Nishatayati. That is the first meaning of Saddhat. What is the first meaning? That loosening. In Kathopanishad, we studied this. And there he said, Shitili Karoti. Correct? Remember, Shitili Karoti. He used the word. Okay. Anyway, that's Kathopanishad. Same thing. It relaxes you. It makes it makes life less burdensome for you. That is what he said. Okay. Next. Then you put a comma. Then you underline Brahma Gamayati. Brahma Gamayati. Next segment, right? And the second meaning of this sad dhatu. What is the second meaning? Gati, Visharana, Gati, Avasadhaneshu. So Visharana is over. Gati means movement. And he says Va means or. That Upanishad can do one more thing. What it can do? Brahma Gamayati. It takes the person towards Brahma. Takes a person towards Brahma. Gamayati, Nich. Gam dhatu, Nich pratyaya is there. So making a person go towards Brahma. That's what it does. Means what? Means means now Brahma becomes bigger and bigger to us. Okay. And previously Bhagavan was very little in our life. Now Bhagavan is going to be a big part of our lives. And so Saguna Brahma, Nirguna Brahma. Through Saguna Brahma, I'm going to go to Nirguna Brahma. Brahma Gamayati. Regardless, Brahma Gamayati. Okay. And how can I go towards Brahma? Brahma, Sarvam Kalu Idam Brahma. Brahma is everything that is there. What do you mean by going towards Brahma? It is like the baby is thinking that mother is gone. And it's crying, and then it wakes up. And then it wakes up and finds that it is very much sleeping on the mother's lap. Very much there. Nobody went anywhere. And she's fine. Baby is fine. Everybody is fine. Like that. Brahma Gamayati. Okay, comma. Next, third meaning of the sad he's giving now. Look at this. You can underline the words Vinashayati. That is enough. Vinashayati, just underline. That is the third meaning. Destroys, removes, eliminates. Okay? Before Vinashayati, he is given Atyantam Avasadayati. Avasadayati is the actual meaning given in that Shabda Kosha, Dhatu Kosha. And so he's giving Avasadayati is equal to Vinashayati, destroys. Okay, Atyantam Vinashayati, destroys completely. Not some kind of, and mostly okay. You know, pesticide people have come and they removed, they cleaned up the house. Is it the house okay? I think it's mostly okay. Okay, this is not mostly okay. Atyantam, completely. Samsara is removed. Okay, what is removed? Avidya, the samsara karanam cha. samsara to be removed, the cause of samsara has to be removed. And we have said many times, the cause of samsara is avidya. And so avidya adi, samsara karan, adi, etc. Avidya, etc. Hey, avidya is the main cause. That's why he is listing avidya. Then he says, etc. Etc. means you can add whatever you want. Avidya, because of that kartrutvam is there, because of that kama is there, because of that karma is there. Karma means karma phalam is there. Karma phalam means I have to experience a karma phalam. There is no choice. And karma phalam in this life, if I can't exhaust, I have to come again to exhaust it. So this cycle is there. Punarjanma, punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam cycle is there. So adi, that adi is called samsara. Samsara karanam. All these things, which is really what is samsara. There's no special thing called samsara. Okay. Atyantam avasadayati vinashayati. These are the three meanings of the word sad. Okay. And either way, we can take it. Shankaracharya is saying, iti, iti, iti means what? Because of this. Okay. And or in this manner, iti, plus upanipurvasya sadehe. Upanipurvasya sadehe. Sadehe, that sad dhatoho, evam arthasmaranat. That sad dhatu arthasmaranat. We are recalling the meaning of the word sad, meaning of the dhatu sad in the manner I just told you. We are just recalling arthasmaranat. It's not, I'm not creating these meanings. This is all there in Shabdakosha. People who know Sanskrit know all these things, should know all these things. And so, evam arthasmaranat. And by the way, upani purvasya sadehe. That sad which is preceded by ni and then that preceded by upa. Upa, ni, sad. Okay. Evam arthasmaranat. Upanishad, iti Upanishad. Thus the word Upanishad is derived. The meaning of the word Upanishad is derived. The word also is derived, and its meaning also we should understand in this manner. Okay. So finally, what is the meaning? The meaning is this. Upanishad is that text which he does not give the meaning of. Does he give the meaning? No, he says it. Upa is not giving the meaning. Ni is not giving the meaning. Upa, when a person who approaches, upa means samipe, approaches the Shastra with a commitment, ni, nischaya, nischayatmakaha, commitment. A person who approaches this text with a commitment, then for that these benefits will accrue. That is called Upanishad. Another meaning is what? Upa means what? Near. Near means what? That which is closest to you. My body is closest to me. No, no, no. Go further. Then further and further, if you go, Atma is the closest. In fact, Atma is the self. That Atma is referred to by the word Upa. And Ni, Nischaya Jnanam. So I'm giving you a second meaning for Upa and Ni. Nischaya means second, Nischaya Jnanam. Ni. So the clear knowledge of that which is closest to me, which is Atma, which is the self. Upanishad is that which removes samsara by giving me the clear knowledge of the self. That is what is being said. All right, that is the Upa and Ni meanings are there. And then one more thing we left out. Okay, so early that's what he's saying here. Yeah, ye imam brahma vidyam upayanti. Now I've gone back to the beginning of the sentence. Beginning of the sentence. Ye, those people, ye, those who imam brahma vidyam upayanti. This brahma vidya, they approach this brahma vidya. They approach this brahma vidya. Atma bhavena. How do they approach? Atma bhavena. What a word it is. Atma bhavena. Atma bhava means what? Hey, this is talking about Atma. This is talking about the real me. Not the confused me. It is going to clarify all confusions and it's going to take me towards Atma. Atma Bhavena means life or death. This is it. Finally, I found out this clue to this samsara. And so, with that kind of a commitment, with that kind of a vision, it is talking about not something vague. Some God sitting in heaven. This is not a study of God. This is not theology. People will say theology, use words and all that. Be very careful. This is not theology. Theology is ology of God. God which is there in heaven. That is what theology is. You will not find any other definition. It's the right definition because people think God is out there. The whole world thinks God is out there somewhere. And all religions are getting market share they want. They want to finish off the rest of the people. They have branded us by saying we are all pagan devil worshippers. So how can we say it's theology? No, it's not theology at all. It is called Vedanta Shastram. That's all we can say. So Atma Bhavena means with that vision, I'm studying it. I'm not blindly studying Upanishad. I have some idea. And so with that commitment, that those people, who approach this Brahma Vidya, further, Shraddha, Bhakti, Purassara, Santaha. Yeah, so they have Shraddha, obviously. Purassara, Santaha means preceded by Shraddha and Bhakti, preceded by Shraddha and Bhakti. Shraddha. Krishna said, Shraddhavan labate jnanam. Okay, in Bhagavad Gita. The fourth chapter, he said that. So, the one who has Shraddha gains knowledge. That is what he said there. Okay, same thing here. Shankara is bringing here. Shraddha. Shraddha means what? Shraddha means, sometimes they translate it as faith. Faith. Faith in God is there. I have faith in a lot of things. I have faith in a lot of things. Here, it is not faith because what we are after is knowledge. Knowledge belongs to us. Only we know whether we know or not. I can only say whether I know something or not. Okay. Do you know how to make dal? Tur dal. Means what? Yeah, I know or I don't know. I, I don't know means what? Some people will say, I don't even know what tur dal is. They will say that also. Good. Thank God you told us that. Thank God. Okay. You stay back. You go watch TV. Okay. I will take care of my lunch. All right. And so, at least he's honest. So, but then we know if I know or not. Very simple. So, therefore, here, because that so called faith is culminating in knowledge, we cannot use the word faith. Faith in God and all, it does not need not have to culminate in knowledge. We have faith in God. That's it. Beyond that, nothing else is needed. You don't need to see Rama. Only if I see Sri Rama, I will have faith. No, it's not like that. God is not in that category. But in Advaita Vedanta, God will come in that category. Question: what is Ishvara? What is Jiva? What is Jagat? What is the relationship between the three? That is the topic of Advaita Vedanta. Therefore, Shraddha is a unique word. Faith pending confirmation, faith pending validation. Pending validation you have to add. Why? Because it is jnanam. You can get up and say, I got it. Like that you can say. That is why it's called Shraddha. No translation in English. Okay, Bhakti. Bhakti is there. Without Ishvara Bhakti, nothing is possible. And definitely sitting in this class is not possible without Bhakti. And or sometimes what will happen, some people tell me, no, I came here without any bhakti, but now my bhakti is growing. My bhakti is growing. Why? Because I am getting more clarity. I was not born in a religious family. I don't know anything. Now I'm beginning getting interested. Now I appreciate what's going on. Okay. So preceded by Shraddha and Bhakti, these people gain this benefit by studying this Upanishad. Okay. That's what he's saying here. And he doesn't say much. In Kathopanishad, he gave a much bigger introduction. He gives the meaning of Upa, Ni, and all that. We did that in Kathopanishad. But this is essentially the same thing. I've already explained it to you. And here your book says Upanishad Shabda Niruktihi, derivation of the meaning of the word Upanishad. That's the meaning of it. All right. This is the introduction. And generally, the term used for the commentary which introduces a text is called Upodghata Bhaashyam. Upodghata. Upodghata Bhaashyam. It's Bhaashyam only, commentary, but it's called Upodghata Bhaashyam. The introduction to the text itself. Upodghata Bhaashyam. All right. So now we are ready to enter the Upanishad itself. So let's chant this first mantra. Om Brahma Devanam
Brahma Devanam
Prathama Sambhabhuva
Prathamas Sambhabhuva
Vishwasya Karta
Vishwasya Karta
Bhuvanasya Gopta
Bhuvanasya Gopta
Brahma Vidyam
Sabrahma Vidyam
Sarva Vidya Pratishtham
Sarva Vidya Pratishtham
Atharvaya Jyeshtha Putraya Praha.
Atharvaya Jyeshtha Putraya Praha.
Once again. Om Brahma Devanam
Om Brahma Devanam
Prathama Sambhabhuva
Prathamas Sambhabhuva
Vishwasya Karta Bhuvanasya Gopta
Vishwasya Karta Bhuvanasya Gopta
Brahma Vidyam
Sabrahma Vidyam
Sarva Vidya Pratishtham
Sarva Vidya Pratishtham
Atharvaya Jyeshtha Putraya Praha.
Atharvaya Jyeshtha Putraya Praha.
Yeah. So, the next two mantras, 1 and 2, are going to talk about this this Acharya Parampara, Guru Parampara. You know, like we say, Sadashiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyama. Exactly like that, these first two mantras are talking. Okay? So, starting from Brahmaji, Brahma, and then many other rishis' names are going to be mentioned. Like here, he mentioned Atharva. Next loka is going to mention 2 or 3 more. Okay? And in fact, third mantra, first half also, the final dialogue between the two, which two, everything is going to be said. Okay? That's the main purpose of the first two mantras. There's one more purpose for this mantra. What is this purpose? Purpose is the praise of Brahma Vidya. Brahma Vidya Stutihi. That also is another purpose for this. And Shankara is going to tell all these things. Okay. And so that's the gist of this mantra. He's saying that Brahma taught Brahma Vidya, Brahmaji taught Brahma Vidya to his oldest son Atharva. That is the gist of this mantra. All right. So let's read the Bhaashyam. Brahma Parivrudaha
Brahma Parivrudaha
Mahan
Mahan
Dharma Jnana Vairagyaihi.
Dharmajnana Vairagyaihi
Sorry, Dharma Jnana
Dharmajnana
Vairagya Aishwaryaihi
Vairagya Aishwaryaihi
Sarvan
Sarvan
Anyan
Anyan
Atishete Iti.
Atishete iti.
Yeah. He is explaining Brahma. See, this is Shastra. This is what Shastra is. Okay? Nothing is taken for granted. This Brahma. We all know Brahmaji. You don't need to explain to me. Chaturmukha Brahmaji. Who doesn't know? Even a child knows Brahmaji. So now you go a little more. You peel the onion, as they say. You peel the onion. This term I learned in America. Peeling the onion means let's understand the problem slowly, one step at a time. One step at a time. Don't jump. Just slowly. That is the meaning. So here we are doing the same thing. Brahma is equal to parivridaha. Shankara says Brahma means parivridaha. And he realizes these people are not going to understand what parivridaha is. So I have to explain what parivridaha is. Therefore, is equal to everything else that comes after parivridaha. Okay. And so he's saying Mahan. Mahan means great. Brahma itself means great. Okay. Uh, why Brahma itself means great? If you go back to the Dhatu Kosha, Brahma comes from Brihi, a Dhatu called Brihi, Vriddhau. In the sense of growth, in the sense of greatness, you have to use the word Brih, Brahmati, like that. That word declines and conjugates rather. And so, Brih itself means great. Therefore, Brahma means great, Mahan. It can't mean anything less. Because that is the meaning of the root itself. That's what he's indicating by saying Mahan. Then he's explaining, tell me a little more about that. I'll tell you. Sarvan Anyan Atishete. Anyan. Sarvan Anyan. Everybody else. He's superior to everybody else. Atishete. Superior. Excels everybody else. Anyan. Sarvan Anyan. Everybody else. Okay. Okay, how does he excel everybody else? Dharma, Jnana, Vairagya, Aishwaryaihi. In terms of dharma, dharma means, because dharma is not that easy. Dharma is not easy. But this Brahmaji and dharma, they go together. Dharma. Then Jnana. Jnana. Dharma also means Punya Papa. Because Brahmaji is a creator, you know. So this man has to be very clear about karma and karma phala. He can't arbitrarily create. And the next body that is coming to a jiva is based on karma phala. So that dharma jnanam he has. That also is called punya jnanam. Punya papa jnanam. Karma phala jnanam is called dharma. So you can say dharma jnanam is that. Or dharma kama jnanam. Correct? Kama. And jnanam. Jnanam is what? Brahma vidya jnanam. Brahma vidya. Brahma jnanam. He must have. Otherwise he can't teach. He's presented as a teacher here. So jnanam. Then other attributes will automatically follow. Vairagyam, Viveka, Vairagya, and all we saw. So, Vairagyam, here Shankaracharya says, dispassion, complete dispassion, 100% Vairagyam, Aishwaryaihi, Aishwaryaihi. So, Aishwarya means Ishwarasya Bhavaha. So, all other attributes of Bhagavan, whatever you bring in Lakshmi Tvam, you bring Saraswati, already talked about, you bring, so Durga Tvam, everything is there. Shakti is there. All Shaktis are loaded in Brahmaji. That is the meaning there. So, Vairagya, Aishwarya, in these aspects of this Dharma, Jnanam, Vairagya, in these aspects, Brahmaji is Atishete, superior, excels everybody else. Sarvan, Anyan Sarva. That is why he is called Brahma. That's what Shankara is telling us. Okay. Iti. Iti. Iti means, therefore, Brahma is called by the name Brahma. This person is called by the name Brahma. Okay. Brahma is not Brahman. Our Brahma, this one, Brahma Satyam Jagar Mithya, you keep it aside for a while. This is our favorite Brahmaji that we saw in our Amarchitra Katha. That Brahmaji. Okay, he's talking. Chanda Mama, all these things. That is what it is. Okay. Iti. And here there's a full stop. Okay, iti full stop is fine. Next, let's read the next one. going to the next word. So, Devanam,
Devanam,
Jyotanavatam,
Dyotanavatam,
Indradinam,
Indradinam,
Prathamaha,
Prathamaha,
Gunaihi Pradhanaha San,
Gunaihi Pradhanaha San,
Prathamaha Agre Va,
Prathamaha Agreva,
Sambhabhuva,
Sambhabhuva,
Abhivyaktaha,
Abhivyaktaha,
Samyak,
Samyaka,
Swatantriyena,
Swatantrayena,
Iti Abhiprayaha.
Iti Abhiprayaha.
So, iti abhiprayah. Shankara is saying that's how you should understand this. These words, Devanam, etc., which I'm going to explain. This is the way to understand it. Okay, and he's saying Devanam is the next word in the Moolam. I use the word Moolam, which means the main mantra is called Moolam. Everything else is Bhaashyam. And so we should always understand in this book, they make it very easy. The Moolam words are all highlighted. By this gray highlight is there, and so that makes it convenient. But if you look at Gita Press book, there won't be any highlights and all that. We have to manually go and I put circles on all these Moolam words. So if you have Gita Press, you can do that. All right.
Previously, in some books, they had given the bolder font or a lesser font.
Yeah. Sometimes Gita, this one is there. So anyway, so if it's not, we have to make sure which words Shankara is explaining, otherwise we'll get lost. All right. Devanam Prathamaha Sambhabuva. Those are the words in the Moolam that he's explaining. Sambhabuva. Let's look at the verb. Sambhabuva. Abhivyaktaha. That is a verb. Sometimes it's easy to just look at a verb and then start from there. Abhivyaktaha. Sambhabuva means became. Literal meaning is became. Became. Shankaracharya is saying, yeah, became. Abhivyaktaha. Manifested. Manifested. Yeah. This is amazing. This is the only culture it seems to talk like this. Manifested means what? Loaded word it is. It says nothing is really born. By itself, nothing is born. That is the meaning. Birth at all, if you want to talk about birth cannot happen without something there already. Nothing can be created. You can never say that something did not exist and now it exists. You can't say that. Even though this clock did not exist before it was made. Then clock existed, manufactured, produced. Yeah, you can say all that, my dear. Let it be produced. But did you create plastic? Yeah, plastic also was created. It was not there before. Okay. Before plastic, then what was there? Something was there? Yeah, something was there. Did you need raw material or not? Yes, you needed raw material. So, raw material also did you create? No, I had to source all the raw materials. This company spend most of their time securing their raw materials. Correct? Every company has to do that. And so they have to do that. Why? Because without raw material, there's no product. There's absolutely no product. Human resources also is raw material for companies. And so then you mix all these products, then something comes. So you can never say that something was non-existent. We say that something was existent, potentially existent. Get this. A potentially existent clock now is manifested into an existent clock. Better learn to start thinking in this manner. This is the greatness of Advaita Vedanta. If you understand this, 50% of Vedanta is understood. Okay? Manifested. Hey, wait a minute. Human beings invented wheel. There is no wheel. And once the wheel was there, it revolutionized the whole life, and transportation was made to happen. Okay, that is fine. That's all fine. But understand, understand, the wheel depends on the wood for its existence. And wheel is nothing but a form of wood. And so you decided to cut the wood in this manner and shape it in this manner and fix it in this manner. And then you said wheel was invented. Okay, fine. Invent the wheel. But you did not create it. Even what about the idea? But idea invented. Idea is mine, you know. If somebody had the idea, they would have done it or not. Correct, they would have done it. Idea, potential, it is there. It is there for anybody to invent, but you got it. Be happy, be humble, okay? And so you got it. And so that idea is there. Anybody can invent it. The ideas are just floating out there. The human mind is not capable of grasping the ideas. That is why cell phone. Before cell phone, anybody could have made anything. No, cell phone time had to come. Then corded phone was there. Then before that, no phone was there. Like this, there is always there is a pattern. Our human mind, that's all it can do. It needs something, then you build on something. You keep on incrementally improving it. Or you make a leapfrogging, they say. Fine, you can do whatever you want. But you cannot create something out of nothing. That's all we're saying. You cannot create something out of nothing. That means you have something and that idea is manifest through those things. That is what he's saying. Sambhabuva means abhivyaktaha. Vyakta, from avyaktam, it has become vyaktam. Sambhabuva. I mean, all of us know this having studied Bhagavad Gita and all, but there are any new people here, then this abhivyaktaha is an important word. Okay. All right. So, let's continue there. Samyak swatantriyena iti abhipraya. Okay. Samyak swatantriyena. Very important word, swatantriyena. See, jivas are born, constantly born. And how is a jiva born? If we ask, what will we say? Hey, every jiva has karma. And past karma is there. So past karma is what decides which of that past karma. There is sanchita karma, whole load of sanchita karma is there. And then a portion of that is ready to fructify, ready to mature, and then precipitate into a jiva. Okay. And so that karma is what decides the jiva's life. What upadhi, is it a cockroach or human being or what, we don't know. And so that karma is going to decide. Shankaracharya is saying Brahmaji's birth is not like that. Swatantriyena, by himself, like avatars, Krishna's birth. Vishnu's birth is not decided by, or Krishna's birth is not decided by Krishna's karma. You can't say that. That's why he's called avatara. Avatara is karmaless janma. Karmaless janma. Karmaless janma is called swatantriyena. By one's own choice. People are praying for relief. And so that prayer has a result. So it is actually the people's karma that is manifesting as Krishna Avatara. Understand that? Okay, people's karma. People have prayed for an avatara to come, therefore avatara comes. But it is not Krishna's karma. That's what he's saying. This is not Brahma's karma and all that. Don't get carried away. Swatantriyena. What is the opposite of Swatantriyena? Paratantriyena. Paratantriyena. Paratantra. Paratantra means depending on something else. I am helpless. I can't decide my future. Something else is deciding my future. Means for the birth purposes. Okay. Swatantriyena iti abhiprayaha. Viti abhipraya, we'll come back to it later. Okay. This much we understood. Manifesting. Brahma's Janma is a manifestation of himself, by his own accord. That is the meaning. Not under the spell of any karma or anything like that. Okay. Now, come back to the first few words here. Devanam means Jyotanavatam Indradinam. It says Indradinam. Deva means all this Indra, Chandra and all you know already. Devatas you already know. Those devatas. And the word Deva comes from the root which is called Jit. Sorry, Deva comes from Div, and it is related to Div means to shine. One who shines is called a Deva. Because very great attributes they have. And so Deva, of course. And so Dhyotanavata means those who are the shining ones. Shankara is translating the word Deva as people who are shining. Shining does not mean physically shining. It means they have great qualities, which is what he's going to say here next. What is going to say next? Pratamaha gunaihi pradhanaha san. And shining means what? Yeah, guna, qualities. They have qualities. And every devata that we know, Lakshmi means qualities. All the aspects of Ashta Lakshmi is there. So every quality. Dhana, and then this one, Dhanyam, Dhanadhanyam, Pashuputra, everything is there. Varalakshmi is there, family. All these are qualities, huge qualities they are. Qualities in full measure. That is what is called shining. They are embodiments of those qualities. Okay. And therefore, Brahma is who? Compared to all these devatas, Indradinam devatas, so Indradinam madhye, among all the Indras and Chandras, among all of them, okay, who is Brahma? Prathamaha. First, means he is the top man. Gunaihi pradhanaha san. When you look at the qualities, then he's pradhanaha. Prathamaha means pradhanaha. Superlative. He is superlative. So virtue wise, guna wise, superior. He's saying that. And va. Then Shankara is saying va. Prathamaha agre va. Va means or. In Sanskrit, va is or. And very odd in Sanskrit. You say Ram or Lakshman. But here in Sanskrit, you say Ram, Lakshman or. Ram, Lakshman or. Ramaha, Lakshmanaha va. That's how it works. So that's why ava comes all the way to the end. So pratamaha agreva. He's saying, or you can interpret it differently also. Take pratamaha as the oldest, the eldest son, like that we say. Chronologically, he's firstborn. After that, only others are born. All other devas and then jivas are all born later. And so that way also you can take it. The oldest, he's my eldest son, they say. Eldest daughter, like that they say. Like that you can take. Agre means in front. In front. That is a literal meaning of agre. Means here older. I think in English there is a English grammar. They say something. Oldest son. You can't say eldest son, I think. This eldest son is a wrong usage, is what I've heard somewhere. Not sure. But we can discuss it later. Iti adhiprayaha. This is the way to interpret this first quarter of this mantra. Shankaracharya, yes, see. Okay. All right. So parivridaha. I did not use the word. Explain the word. Now, how can I explain parivridaha now? Parivrada, Shankaracharya has explained. I don't have to tell you anymore. I told you from Mahan onwards, Atishete, everything else is the meaning of the word Parivridaha, which is the meaning of the word Brahma. Okay? That's the way to look at it. Parivrid, Vridaha. So there, Tap Pratyaya is there, and Sanskrit students. Vru, I think it's Vrudha. Vru, Parane, I think so. We need to look at that. Anyway, Paritaha Vridaha. All right, let's read the next.
Guruji, Dyotana Vata, can you explain one more time?
Yeah, of those with splendor, among those who are shining, among those who have great characteristics. That is the meaning of Dyotanavatam, which is the meaning of Devanam. Among the Devas, he's saying, if you don't understand what a Deva is, let me explain to you. shining. Deva also means shining. Dyotanavatam means Shankara is telling that is the meaning of the literal meaning of the word Deva is Dyotanavat. Dyotanavan. Devaha is Dyotanavan. And so Devanam means Dyotanavatam. Okay. Next sentence. न तथा
न तथा
यथा
ता
धर्माधर्मवशात्
धर्माधर्मवशात्
संसारिणः
संसारिणः
अन्ये जायन्ते
अन्ये जायन्ते
यः असौ
यः असौ
अतीन्द्रियः
अतीन्द्रियः
अग्राह्यः
अग्राह्यः
इत्यादि स्मृतेः.
इत्यादि स्मृतेः.
Very good. So we already explained it. So he is saying it. Na tatha yatha. So yatha means just as these samsarinaha. Samsarinaha means samsaris. Samsaris means all the jivas, all you and I, etc. So samsarinaha yatha. How we are all born. Yatha samsarinaha jayante. How they are born. How they are born? So, this one. Dharma adharma vashat. They're under the spell. They are literally under the spell of their own karma. Dharma adharma means punya papa. Punya papa vashat. Dharma adharma. Right? So punya papa vashat. They are bound to their own papa punya. Their papa punya, which is there in their account, is what is going to decide what body they're going to get, and within that body, what kind of life that body is going to have. Everything is dependent on that dharma adharma. Okay, yatha, just like that, just like these samsaris, anye samsarinaha, other samsaris. Brahma, that means what? Brahmaji also is a samsari, is indicating. Shankara is as though it seems to indicate like that. Because he's saying anye samsarinaha. Other samsaris, they are born out of their own punyam and papam. Okay. Na tatha, not like that. Brahmaji was not born like that. Na tatha. That's the way to look at it. Na tatha yatha. How do you complete the sentence? This is not completed. Yatha dharma dharma vashat samsarinaha or anye samsarinaha jayante tatha brahma na jayate. That is one way to complete the sentence, correct? Tatha brahma na jayate. No, Brahma is not born like that, like you and me, like that he's saying. And when we those of us who do anushtanam, who do sandhyavandanam every day and all, once a year we have this called upakarma. Upakarma means we change that thread and then we reaffirm our commitment to the Vedas, to the Shastram, and we don't study Shastram. Nobody studies Shastram, but at least on that day, that Purohit makes us chant certain mantras. One mantra, just one mantra from Rig Veda, one mantra from Yajurveda, Agnimi ile Purohitam yajnasya deva mritvijam Odaram ratnadhatamam ishetvorjetva vayavasto payavasta devo vasavita. Okay, so there is that mantra coming. Channo Devi Rabishtaya Apo Bhavantu Bitaye Shanyo Rabisravantunaha Samaveda. So all this comes. And then we chant a mantra from Ramayanam, then we chant one line from Mahabharatam, then we chant one line from Ashtadhyayi, Vriddhiradai, like that he will say. Nobody knows what is being chanted, but at least they are chanting. At least they are chanting. I am happy about that. Really, I'm telling you, nobody knows what's going on. Nobody knows. And they're chanting. You will see it. You will see all that. Then Itihasa Puranam, he will say, and Brahma Sutram. The person, Rohit, knows what's going on, they will make you chant all these things. And so there is a sankalpa. Before we do all this, there is a sankalpa. We start the proceedings with a prayer. And there There we say Mamopata, Samasta, and all we say. Then he says, then Anadi, Anadi Avidya Vasanaya, Anadi Avidya Vasanaya, okay, Pravartamane Asmin Mahati Samsara Chakre. I think you can understand all this. Okay, this samsara chakra that is going on, and due to anadi vasanaya, avidya vasanaya. So due to the vasana that has been caused by me due to anadi, beginningless avidya. Like that, there is a mantra, vichitra vihi, punah punah anekada janitva, again and again being born. And then kenapi punya karma visheshena, by some stroke of luck, and then punya karma visheshena, by some stroke of luck, punya karma, only punya karma can give this body. Okay, we saw in Vivek Chodamani just yesterday, durlabam trayame vaitati manushyatvam. So kenapi punya karmana, some punya somebody did or I did, take it as you did, and then so that's what I'm reminded of here. And so that is the nature of birth, but Brahmaji is not subject to all this. And I'm not saying it. There is a Shastram that says that Yaha asau atindriyaha agrahyaha ... Sukshmaha avyaktaha sanatanaha sarvabhutamayaha achintyaha swayam udbhavau. Like that, there is a mantra in Manusmriti. Manusmriti says all this, that Brahmaji is born in this manner. So we just have to recall. We just have to know all these things and do it. And that is the pramanam for what I just told you. Next sentence. So this whole thing is the explanation of what? Swatantriyena, correct? Swatantriyena, na paratantriyena. Not like how other beings are born. Next sentence. Vishwasya
Vishwasya
sarvasya jagataha
sarvasya jagataha
karta
karta
utpadayita
utpadayita
bhuvanasya
bhuvanasya
utpannasya
utpannasya
gopta
gopta
palaya palayita
palayita
iti visheshanam
iti visheshanam
brahma vidya
brahma vidya
stutaye.
stutaye.
Yeah. So now he's going to that as this one, second quarter of the mantra. Vishwasya karta bhuvanasya gopta. And so he's saying, hey, Vishwasya karta. Karta means what? Creator. So he says here, Utpadayita. Jo Utpadan karta hai. So that is called Utpadayita. One who produces, manufactures, creates. And so, karta, Utpadayita. Karta of what? Vishwasya. Vishwasya. Sarvasya jagataha. The entire universe. Entire world, entire universe. Brahmaji is Vishwasya karta. And then Bhuvanasya Gopta. Gopta means what? Palayita. One who protects. Protects. Because once you create something, you have to sustain it. Sustenance is automatic. Otherwise, there's no need to create at all to begin with. Therefore, Palayita. Gopta is equal to Palayita. जो पालन करता है वो पालयिता है. And so, and then protector of what? Vanasya, utpannasya. That which is created has to be protected. Of the created bhuvanam. Bhuvanam is what? Words for us in the other religions are they're bachas. They're only talking about earth and then heaven and hell. Earth, heaven, hell. We talk about 7 up and then 7 down also. 7 up. And 7 up drink comes from here only. 7 up. So, Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, Mahaha, Janaha, Tapaha, Satyam. Then again, 7 down also. Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Rasatala, Talatala, Mahatala, Patala. Like that, we have all kinds of words defined in our Shastra. So, all that combined is called Bhuvanam, Bhuvanasya, Utpannasya. Iti Visheshanam Brahmanaha Vidyastutaye. Iti Visheshanam. This is Visheshanam means qualification. Brahmaji's qualifications it is. And why is the Upanishad saying all this? Is it really relevant to me? By knowing what Brahmaji did, is this of any use to me? I knew, in fact, you are telling me what I know. You don't have to tell me Brahma is a creator and all these things. No. Vidyastutaye. No, don't be so unkind to the Shastram. Vidyastutaye, Brahma Vidyastutaye, in order to praise Brahma Vidya. Praising Brahma Vidya. So because Brahmaji taught this. What I am studying is what Brahmaji's students learned. And what Brahmaji's student learned cannot be different from what I am going to learn. You know why? Because knowledge is knowledge. 2 plus 3 is 5. Whether Brahmaji's student learned it or I am going to learn it, it's going to be the same thing. Therefore, that is Brahmanaha Vidyastutaye. The knowledge of Brahmaji. Okay. Of Brahmaji. The knowledge taught by Brahmaji. Okay. You can take or he's going to explain later. I won't tell you everything now, but he's going to explain. Okay. Because we are not interested in Brahmaji itself. We are not interested in Brahmaji. We are interested in the knowledge taught by Brahmans. Okay, that is the objective here. Let's read the next sentence. Saha
Ramesh ji,
सः एवं
एवं
प्रख्यातमहत्वः
प्रख्यातमहत्वः
ब्रह्मा
ब्रह्मा
ब्रह्मविद्यां
ब्रह्मविद्यां
ब्रह्मणः
ब्रह्मणः
परमात्मनः विद्यां
परमात्मनः विद्यां
ब्रह्मविद्यां
ब्रह्मविद्यां
येनाक्षरं पुरुषं वेद सत्यम्
येनाक्षरं पुरुषं वेद सत्यम् इति
शेषनात्.
विशेषणात्.
Yeah, we'll continue this in the next class. So we have he's now entering the second half of the mantra. Good. Om Apadamapahartaram Dataram Sarvasampadam Lokabhiramam Shriramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham Kale Varshatu Parjanyah Prithvi Sasyashalini Deshoyam Kshobharahitah Brahmanas Santu Nirbhayaः. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.